store. And in this clothing store, they rent suits or they sell suits. And this man goes and he says, can you please help me out? I'm getting married. Could you please? I'll definitely, what's cheaper? What could you afford? I can't afford to buy a suit, but I could rent a suit. I could rent a suit for 700, 800 shekel, which comes out to about $250. Oh, I think we could work on it. I think we could. But there's one problem. What's the problem? With my suit store, you cannot wear the suit on the night of the wedding. You could just wear it one time, then take it off. So you could wear it just one time, then you've got to take it off. I don't want you dancing in it. I don't want any sweat in it. Nothing like that. Are you able to keep that rule? So in other words, you can wear it for pictures. That's about it. Are you willing to do such a thing? Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I could. Remember, if you do wear it and dance in it, I have my ways of finding out, and you owe me the full 700 shekel. Okay. Do we have a deal? Yes, we do. Okay, sign here on this paper. If I wear this suit for longer than an hour, or I dance with this suit, I owe you 700 shekel. That's a deal. That's definitely a deal. Okay. Sure enough, he goes, well, did you keep your deal? Of course I kept my deal. Here's the paper to prove I kept my deal. Okay, no problem. Here's your, take off the suit and go into the change room there. And here's your other things. This was like a day or two after the wedding. You're not going to believe what happened. The store owner was going through the pockets and he found Mazel Tov from Uncle Zechariah. And guess how much the money was? A gift. 700 shekel, a gift. So now what's the shaila? The shaila is, does the store owner have to give back the 700 shekel, or could he keep it? It's exactly the amount that he was going to charge the guy. And now I need to look at the screen. Thumbs up if you feel that this man who was engaged has to pay the 700 shekel. That would mean the store owner could keep that 700 gift. Thumbs up if you feel. Thumbs down if he cannot keep the gift. Thumbs down. Who says thumbs up? Oh, there's a lot of you that are thumbs upping, but a lot of you thumbs downing. Okay. And the answer is he went to Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein. And Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein was comparing the case to another case in the Gemara. And Rabbi Yitzchak said, guess what? Guess what? The owner of the suit store is allowed to keep the 700 shekel because it's clear proof that he wore that suit when he was not allowed to. And he got a gift from Uncle Zechariah, and he put it in his pocket. That's an incredible story, incredible true story. From Acha Sha'alti, once again, unbelievable Maisa, unbelievable true thing. And now we go to a story from another book called The Storyteller, Volume 2. The Storyteller, Volume 2. And the name of the story is The Mysterious Guest. The Mysterious Guest. who came to the Seder. So there was a tremendous person whom we're going to call, he was a tremendous Baltztaka, and his name was Baruch. Baruch was a person who loved the mitzvah of tzedakah. So one of his favorite Yom Tovim was Pesach, where he would find people, look out for people, and see if anybody could come to his house for the Pesach Seder. And he looked around, and he looked here, and he looked there, and he looked everywhere. Nobody was coming. It was very sad for him. But on Erev Pesach that year, two men got off the horses, the wagon and the buggies, and sure enough, they said, we came from far away. Our horses and buggies were supposed to go somewhere else, but they had a mind of their own, and they took us to this city. Baruch was there. He was so excited. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. I guess why they call me Baruch. I'm so happy. You are my guests for Pesach. You are my personal company. Oh, was he happy? He was so happy. He gave them gorgeous rooms. And then he also ended up giving them cushions and blankets and unbelievable things for them. And he took them to shul after they showered, after they went to the mikvah, and everything was going just right. And everybody was about to start the Seder. And there was this beautiful long bed which Baruch would lay down, and he would drink the arba kaisis and eat the matzah. And everybody had a bed like that. Everybody was so excited, so happy. And they were about to start. They had the Seder plate. On the Seder plate, there was the zroya, there was the beya, there were the matzahs underneath. Everything was set up. And just as Baruch lifted his cup to say Kiddush, there was a knock on the door. An interesting knock on the door. And Baruch ran to the door. He put down his cup. He ran to the door. And who does he see? A very poor-looking man. A very shabby, unfortunate sight. And Baruch said, could I help you? Yeah, I have nowhere to go for the Seder. While you're staying here, you're coming to my house. Come quickly. But I didn't daven yet. No problem, we'll wait for you. He took him to a room where he was able to rinse himself off, wash himself off. He davened, but he didn't daven so nicely. And then he came to the Seder table. And he said, I want you to sit next to me, and you will say the Kiddush. Baruch Atah, and he barely could get the Kiddush out. Barely could he say it. But then he sat down and he told him, drink it while leaning to your left. There's a delicious wine. Oh, as it goes so good. And everybody else made Kiddush. And it was so nice to see everybody there. It was beautiful. And Baruch was right. He saw that this man must be very hungry. So he did something that people don't usually do. He rushed through Magid. He rushed through. The younger children went, and they all went through it. Avodim hayinu hayinu lefaro b'mitzrayim b'mitzrayim avodim hayinu. And then they went on Maisa, and they went on Midchiloi de avodah zara hayu aviseinu. They went through it pretty quickly. Finally, at the end of Magid, They started to say Hallel. And this man was very happy. Oh, was he happy that they did this very quickly, because he was starving. He was starving when it came to make a bracha. He was so happy he could crunch on the matzah, eat the moror, eat the koirech. He was so happy. Finally, Baruch said, after Shulchan Aruch, he said, everybody, it's a time of telling our stories about how we were saved in Egypt, in Mitzrayim. Well, I'm going to tell over a personal story that happened to me this year. How I was saved. And I could have been killed. But no, I was saved. And it's a miracle that happened to me. Tati, what are you talking about? My family doesn't even know this story. So here's the story, and here's where it starts. It was the winter time, and I was returning home from a big shopping spree for my business. Everything was going just right, but my horse got lost. And it was leading into the nighttime. And it was hearing sounds of wolves. It was very scary. Very scary. And my horse got so scared, it turned right. It turned left. It went straight ahead. And then there was a little place with a light. I pointed to my horse and said, go there. There's some light there. It should be good for us. And sure enough, Reb Baruch went there. And Reb Baruch was there. And his driver drove there. And little did they realize that when they got in, there were some people there. There were some men there drinking. Well, look what we got here. We got, instead of going out tonight in the cold to find someone to capture, they came to us. To life and to death for these guys. Oh, wow. Our master, our boss is going to be so excited. Just got to wait till he gets here. You, empty out your stuff right now. Put it all on the table. Do you hear me? Baruch was so scared he couldn't believe it. He was led to a den of thieves, of robbers. And he started to whisper, what are you whispering? I'm praying to my God. Oh, we hear the boss. The boss is home. Boss, we didn't have to go out tonight. A man came to us. Okay? He's a Jew. Look at this. Look what he's got. He's got this bag of stuff.
Papa, I'm taking a freezy.
I know what that is.
Can I have a freezy?
That's a bag of
Why?
his prayer things. That's a prayer thing. I know it.
What? I can have? Okay.
Okay, somebody should be muted, so please be quiet. Please be quiet if you're not muted. Do you see, Dan?
I wanted to find that again. Go continue.
Anyways, they told the boss, look at these things. Oh, that's a prayer thing. It's got a black box. We don't need it. Throw it in the fire. No, don't throw it in the fire, please. I beg you. But it's going to be your last night of prayers. Please, don't. Okay, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You go to sleep, you men. and all the men sprawled on the floor. Soon you could hear no one but sleeping by everybody except the boss. Boss, I know you're the man in charge, but you look like a nice man. Please, it's almost morning. Let me pray using these things. I beg you, please. He took out a knife, cut off the ropes that were around his hand. Go pray. And he was watching him. He saw that the boss was watching him. Soon after, Reb Baruch davened like never before. He cut off the ropes to the wagon driver, and he also davened. And then he said, you're to run away from here as fast as possible. Take my sled and get out of here. Before you go, where do you live? And they told him. And Reb Baruch saw there was something about this man. Let me tell you something. It's never too late for a Jew to come back to Yiddishkeit. I'll think about your words. Anyways, you're not going to believe what happened. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you guessed the end of the story already. So that Pesach in Reb Baruch's house, he was saying how he was saved from certain death. And that was my saving from Mitzrayim. I was saved. And they continued with Hallel. And they finished. And Pesach continued day by day. And on the last day, Reb Baruch wanted to take the guest to Shul, but he was nowhere to be found. It was the day actually after Pesach. Go check on the person. How is he? Tati, he's not there. We don't know where he is. Reb Baruch sent his other son. Tati, we found this. This is all we found. He took out, could you guess? Reb Baruch's gold chain and his gold watch. It ended up that this man was none other than the leader of the thieves who came back to return and to return to Hashem. It's a true story taken from the book, The Storyteller, Volume 2, an amazing story. Okay, so we're going to unmute everybody in case anybody has a question or a thank you. We're going to unmute everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Does anybody have a question? Raise your hand. Any questions? Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
welcome. Now you can mute them. I don't know if
Hi, Jimmy
Akiva's coming.
Girls. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
can mute everybody
Thank
now.
you. Thank you, please. Thank you, Sadie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roy Boston.
Thank you. Is everybody off?
You.
Thank
Rabbi
you.
Yossi.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roy Boston.
Thank you very much. Now, I don't know, Akiva Balter might be on the plane right now. So on Monday, we might have to have a double raffle. We might have to have that. Did you all hear me about that? Because Akiva Balter is not on now, and it's just about 8 o'clock. I don't know where he is. So the spinning wheel is not here. And we're going to ask Dan if he could find Akiva. Dan, could you find him?
See him on here.
No, we didn't.
See the,
We're looking for him, but we cannot find him.
no.
Okay? Okay, so we're gonna stop the show now. As I said, it's about 8 o'clock, and Akiva will have on Monday a double raffle. Yemiyat Hashem, a double raffle.
On Sunday.
Monday night. Okay? Okay, bye everybody. Bye everybody. A great Shabbos. Bye everybody. Have a great Shabbos.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job.
Okay, take everybody off.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
Everybody off.
Thank you.
Bye everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Hello.